Welcome back to another video. My name is Otto and welcome back to another ranking video. Today I'll be ranking every single live action Superman movie, and for the title of it, the reason why I didn't say every Superman movie is because I don't want to get it confused with animated Superman movies. So that's why I said live action Superman movies. And we are going through all 11 movies, including the 2 Supergirl movies in the crossover with Batman and the old black and white 1951 Superman movie. So, let's go. There are 11 movies, and at dead 11 last is Superman 3. This movie was absolutely so terrible. And I feel so bad for Christopher Reeve doing this movie, because this movie was absolutely terrible. I did not like this movie a single bit. And the reason why I hate this movie is because synthetic computer kryptonite virus. That is not good. The story is so bad. Like, it's just ridiculous. But there are some bits and pieces here and there that I like the casting of the new characters. I love the casting of the villain, but not so much. And I love the fight during where Clark fights his evil self when he gets split in half. Excuse me. And yeah, those are like the only good bits that I like. I sort of love the beginning a little bit with all the chaos happening. But the rest of the movie, it's terrible. It's just terrible. Like, this movie is so terrible, and I'm probably never going to watch this movie again unless I'll have a Superman marathon and I have to rewatch this movie again. But due to like the little parts I said it was good, I give this movie a 5 out of 10. At number 10, it is the original 1984 Supergirl movie. Yeah, I actually watched this recently. Recently. And this movie's just, yeah, it's also not good. The story was alright. I didn't like the villain. I didn't like the actress to play the villain. And, like, of course, we get another person who wants to rule over the world. Who doesn't want to rule over the world? But this movie was absolute dumpster fire. But I love the actress to play Supergirl in here. I think she did good. I do love some of the new characters, like Lois Lane's sister, the dude that Supergirl kisses, or the dude that falls in love with Supergirl's alias, Linda. And like, I think those are the good parts. I love like the friendship between Lois' sister, I forgot her name, and Supergirl. And like, yeah, basically those are the only good parts I like. And yeah, I just don't like the villain or the actress to play the villain. So I gotta give this movie a 6 out of 10. That's all I'm gonna say. At number 9, it is Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, or I like to call it Superman 4: The Quest for Trash, because this movie is a little bit trash, because the physics don't make sense. It really doesn't make sense at all, but I love this movie more than Superman 3. A lot of people hate Superman 4 more than 3, but I hate Superman 3 more than 4, and this is why I like Superman 4 more than 3, is because Lex Luthor returned. The actor to play Lex Luthor was absent in Superman 3, and I also didn't like that. I forgot to tell you that in the Superman 3, talking about Superman 3. And I think, like, man, I'm just building up spit in my mouth. I really do like how, like, he created Nuclear Man, and like how he tries to, like, Superman tries to get rid of all nuclear missiles, and like how Nuclear Man was created, and like the girl that I forgot her name. It's been like a month since I last watched Superman 4, But like, there's a girl that loves Superman, and then you got Lois like loving Clark Kent, and there's a scene where he has to go back and forth as Superman and Clark, dating both of them at the same time. It's just weird and stupid and funny at the same time. But I give this movie. Oh wait, hang on. I got more. Superman's son, I think, appears in there. Lenny Luthor, I think that was his name. But fun fact: the actor to play young Luthor, I think it was Lex Luthor's son. He actually plays Lex Luthor in the Supergirl TV series. That's part of the Arrowverse. Crazy, huh? Same person, like it. Well, it's not the same person, but like same actor playing both a Luthor. It's cool, but I gotta give Superman 4: The Quest for Trash, or Superman 4: The Quest for Peace, a 6 out of 10. At number 8, it is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, or I like to call it Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice. Now, before I say anything, I did a video like a couple weeks ago why I hate this movie, but I didn't explain what I didn't Jesus, I just can't talk. But I don't think Batman versus Superman's I don't think it's a bad movie. I think it's more of a Batman movie more than a Superman movie. But, like, here's some downfalls of it I don't like. I don't like the actor to play Lex Luthor. Now, I'm not saying Jesse Eisenberg, the one to play Lex Luthor, is a bad actor. I'm just saying it doesn't fit his role. And they should have chosen another actor for him. And the story is actually very good. I love how Doomsday appears in, like, Superman's death. It's very sad to see. Even though we only saw him, like, a movie before, and he dies in the second movie of the old DC universe. But the title, I don't like the title, because I really expect Batman and Superman fighting for, like, an hour, and it's like a 2-hour movie. They only fight for 10 freaking minutes. And what doesn't make sense is that when they get done fighting, they team up with Wonder Woman to kill Doomsday. Why couldn't it be called Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman: Dawn of Justice? Not just Batman versus Superman, because they only fought for 10 minutes. Like, this is stupid. Like, whoever created the title of this, they should have fired them for the title. But I'm not saying it's a bad story. The story is very good. But, yeah, it's just the title. I just don't like the title, which I gotta give this movie a 6 out of 10 because of the title, and I don't like the actor to play Lex Luthor. Oh, and also, Jimmy Olsen dies in, like, the first couple minutes of the movie. Yeah, that's stupid. Alright, so I give this movie a 6 out of 10. Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, or Batman vs Superman, or whatever. At number 7 is Superman and the Mole Men. This was the first theatrical movie. My nose is a little itchy. This was the first theatrical movie, and I think it's not a bad movie. Ow, my arm popped. This was the first one with George Reeves. Hang on. Okay. As I was saying, Superman and the Mole Men was the first Superman-related thing that starred George Reeves, or George Reeves. I don't remember how like, if there's an S of Reeves, or I think it's George Reeves. But this was, I think, the first Superman-related project that was released theatrically, live action. And then the TV series, The Adventures of Superman. Not My Adventures with Superman, no, it's The Adventures of Superman. And it's all black and white, and this movie was actually very good. But What I don't like about this movie is a minor antagonist, and he sucks. I don't know his name. I don't remember his name. But the rest of the movie was actually pretty good. Like, it's very old, and like, it's a little corny to see because it's very old. But I give this movie an 8 out of 10. At number 6 is Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. I'm not doing the theatrical cut because a lot of people would prefer the Richard Donner cut. So that's what I'm doing, the Richard Donner cut. This movie was actually very good. This is the first time that General Zod is the villain of this movie. And Christopher Reeve's, final good appearance of Superman before Superman 3 and Superman 4 released. And yeah, this movie was actually very good. But what I have a weird thing about this movie, Superman loses his powers or gives up his powers to be with Lois Lane, but then in the next minute, he gets beat up and regrets losing his power. That was just, I didn't like that. And so, he has to go back and, get his powers in not the Phantom Zone. I am so sorry. The Fortress of Solitude. But the rest of the movie was very good. General Zod is the main antagonist. Lex Luthor is a minor antagonist. And, yeah, it's very good. I give this movie an 8 out of 10. At number 5, it is Man of Steel. This is the first movie with Henry Cavill, Superman, and people saying he was born to play Superman. And this movie was actually, it's got its perks here and there. I see it as a dark Superman movie because Metropolis gets absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. I am wondering how much money would it take to rebuild Metropolis, because that fight was just crazy. Those fights, and I love how General Zod is the villain. It's basically like a reimagination of Christopher Reeve's Superman 2, and I actually love it. But this movie is a little better than Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. And I gotta give some praise of the actor who plays Zod. He did a magnificent performance in Henry Cavill too. And yes, I gotta give this movie an 8 out of 10. But I told you there were some perks here and there because it's a dark movie. And I had another compliment about this movie. The Krypton scene in the beginning, it was 20 minutes long, and I don't think it deserved to be 20 or 30 minutes long. I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched Man of Steel, and so yeah, I gotta give this movie an 8 out of 10. At number 4, it is the new Supergirl movie, Craig, or as I like to call it, Craig Giuseppe's Supergirl, because Craig Giuseppe directed this movie. And this movie was actually very good. And, excuse me. And I really love this movie because they took inspiration from a full comic book. I got the, it's in the basket. I got the comic book. It's Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. And the movie is better than the comic. I'd rather prefer the movie than the comic. But there were some changes with the movie in the comic. In the comic, Ruthie wants revenge of this guy for Krim. Ruthie, a girl, wants revenge on Krim of the Yellow Hills for killing his dad. But in the movie, Krim of the Yellow Hills killed her whole entire family, not just her dad. So I think killing the whole entire family was very emotional and different, and I sort of like it a little bit more than just killing her dad, because it's very emotional for her, and the actress to play Ruthie did so good as her, and freaking Jason Momoa as Lobo. This dude was born to play Lobo. He was born to play Lobo. This was actually his dream role, Jason Momoa. And yeah, he did so good. Lobo is just a funny character. He's so funny in this movie. And the movie it's a good story. I love how Millie Alcock is Supergirl. She did a magnificent performance. Like literally this movie didn't do good with the box office and the reviews, but I love it. I actually love it. This was a very, very good movie. And I love the ending of how she goes back to Earth and stays on Earth forever, because the majority of the movie she goes to like space, to like a red sun, to party with her birthday. And this movie, this is a very, very good movie. And like Supergirl has to go like through like so many planets to get a antidote because Crim of the Yellow Hills shot Krypto with a poison. It's very emotional. It was a little emotional to me. And I love how Seth Rogen makes a cameo of a little alien. And I looked it up if it was Seth Rogen. I couldn't confirm it, but like I looked Seth Rogen up on IMDb. I didn't see it on there, but it was an uncredited role. So when I actually looked it up on Google, it actually was Seth Rogen, and I was very excited to see Seth Rogen in a DC movie. It's pretty funny. So I gotta give this movie a 10 out of 10. At number 4, number 3, my bad. Number 4 was Supergirl. At number 3, Superman Returns. This movie was actually great. A lot of people thinks this is like a forgettable Superman movie, but I think this movie was absolutely great. It was absolutely phenomenal. I love Brandon Routh playing Superman. He did so good. And this is a direct sequel to Superman 2. Or Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. I'd rather see it as a sequel to Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. And, like, I love the story to it. I love, like, how Superman disappeared for so many years. Because, like, fragments of Krypton was, like, here and there. Or, what, like, in space. And, like, he comes back and Lex Luthor wants to, like, was going to do something, I don't remember, but the actor who played Lex Luthor did very good, and, like, I love the scene where, like, he saves the plane from falling, like, that's, like, his, like, introduction of Superman coming back, and, like, another scene is, like, he's, like, his weakness is kryptonite, and, like, there was, like, a giant kryptonite rock in the middle of the ocean. Lex Luthor calls that. And when he picked it up, the kryptonite was under. He wasn't even phased. He just kept picking it up and threw it into space. That man did so good as Superman. This, like, might be the most indestructible Superman we ever got. Oh, excuse me, I had a lot of water before I did this video. But this movie was so good. And the hospital scene was crazy to watch at the end when he gets injured with the kryptonite. And, like, there was, like, a scene with a machine gun. They just kept shooting at him. And one of them went with a pistol, shot it at his eye, didn't even blink. It was a very, very cool scene to see. And for that, I gotta give Superman Returns a 10 out of 10. At number 2, the original Christopher Reeve Superman movie. This movie is I think considered one of the best comic book movies of all time, and I can see why. This movie was very, very good. I've watched the theatrical cut. I didn't watch the extended cut, but this movie was great. It was so great. I love the theme, the Superman theme by John Williams. It's very, very iconic, and I love it. I love the story. I love how Lex Luthor's the villain, and, like, how he wants land. He's always obsessed with land for some reason. And, like, basically, like, I love the relationship growing with Superman and Lois in this movie. This might be the best version we ever get of a romantic relationship of Superman and Lois. And, yeah, it's just very good. I see this more of a romance movie than a Superman movie, but I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a good thing. If you ever, like, have a girlfriend or a wife, I would consider watching this with them. And, yeah, this movie was great. I love the story was good. So I gotta give this movie a 10 out of 10. Alright. At number 1, my favorite Superman movie in the franchise. And you're probably wondering which one it is, because I just said 10 movies, but not the recent one. My favorite movie is the recent Superman movie, which is written and directed by James Gunn. This movie is like one of my favorite movies. Like one of my personal favorite movies. This movie right here, James Gunn's Superman, that released in 2025, is one of my personal favorite movies. And James Gunn did this so good. The casting is so good. I love how we finally get a good live action Green Lantern. And like with the new TV series that just came out with Lanterns. This movie was so good. And like how like the public switches from loving Superman to hating him because of a secret harem of his real parents, like wanting to rule over Earth. And like Superman, Clark thinks he was like, they sent him to Earth to do good. But this movie, and I love the ending where like he says to see his parents, who you see his adoptive parents, and that good song appears. I call music in a James Gunn movie. I call it a James Gunn music, because James Gunn like puts in music in basically in almost every single one of his movies. I watched every single movie he directed, and like this movie is the best Superman movie I think of. And I love the casting was good. David Corenswet does a magnificent performance as Superman, and like Lois too, she did so good. But I think I would prefer the actress to play Lois in the Christopher Reeve movie. But James Gunn Superman, I love the characters. I love Mr. Terrific, Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, Elemental Man or whatever. Like, I love the actor playing him, Anthony Carrigan. I love him in Barry, the TV series. And last but not least, we got my favorite version of Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult. I have been a Nicholas Hoult fan since Renfield released. And Nicholas Hoult is by far the best casting choice of Lex Luthor. He did so good. He really, really wants to kill Superman because he thinks Superman is destroying Earth. But this movie was absolutely good. This is a must-watch movie. And I give this movie a 10 out of 10. So I hope you like this ranking. I very did. The next ranking I want to try to do is the Batman ranking. And so I only have to watch 3 movies. Batman Forever, Batman and Robin, and The Dark Knight Rises. I have watched Batman Forever. I just gotta rewatch it again to give an honest ranking. And the other 2, Batman and Robin and Dark Knight Rises, I haven't watched them. So I hope you like this. I very did. I hope you enjoyed this. So, peace out.